Protests have taken place all over the nation. Today in Virginia Beach and this empty parking lot, people will rally here for the same cause. Firefighters worked hard to keep the fire under control. In fact, look at this sighting. They managed to put it out before it caused further damage. Croxton's friends tell us he was very well known in the neighborhood. In fact, he spent much time at this middle school coaching. Mayfair Mews was once a place where people lived. Now it's a pile of rubble for crews to clean up. I'm just like all the other people testing their luck. In fact, I'm buying mine for the very first time.
You don't have your things, you don't have your familiar surroundings.
One victim explains how she felt after losing her home 2 weeks ago when an FA-18 Navy jet crashed into her apartment building, burning everything she had to ashes. The Navy has covered all victims' hotel expenses while the victims found a new home. The Navy also gave victims an advance to help cover their loss and damages. Mayfair Mews was once a place where people lived. Now it's a pile of rubble for crews to clean up.
Sudden and absolute dislocation of anything that might be considered normal life.
May 10th marks the day that families will be able to move back in. For those who aren't able to do so, will receive $2,200. The money is supposed to be used for deposits and rent. Meanwhile, crew members work hard at cleaning and clearing the site. Elizabeth City pet owners can get off scot-free if their dog attacks someone. However, just outside the limits of Elizabeth City, if a dog attacks, city officials have the authority to put the dog down.
The mayor and other members of City Council have received some complaints about individuals, animals being attacked, and there's really no mechanism for the city to address those type of animals that do those attacks.
The city wants to implement a dog ordinance law that can label a dog as dangerous, potentially dangerous, and vicious.
We're not going after a certain breed of animals, we're going after the behavior of the animals, which is a little bit different than a lot of dangerous dog ordinances.
City officials are concerned about vicious dogs and want to make sure pet owners keep their dogs under control. Brian Cooper owns 3 dogs and works with dogs daily at his business called the Eastern Pet Company.
After the first time, the owner should know how the dog is and take better care of it and have it trained or keep it confined, keep it on a leash. One bites a child, awful. If it happens again, that's a different case.
The new dog ordinance will force pet owners to keep their dog on a tight leash. If they break that ordinance, their dog can pay with its life. Detectives are still looking for a suspect who was involved in a fight at Junior Mart that caused Bo Croxton to fall, hit his head, and lose consciousness for weeks.
It was very early in the morning. It was like 2:30 in the morning. The victim went into the Junior Market at 900 block, I believe it's 902 Mediterranean Avenue. He was in there with a friend. There was a couple other subjects in the store. It appeared that they may have been harassing some girls that were at the counter. The victim's friend actually intervened, making sure the girls were okay, was telling the suspect to leave the girls alone. They then got engaged into a verbal and then a physical altercation inside the store. In this case, the victim stepped in an attempt to break up the fight, which he did. They were then all kicked out of the store. The clerk told everyone to get out of the store. The suspect was the first one to exit the store and literally waited for the victim to come out.
Friends tell us what they remembered about Bo before his injury.
I've known him for like 5 or 6 years now. He's just all around best-hearted guy I've ever met. He's always out and about, just trying to make people happy and do the right thing.
Croxton's friends tell us he was very well known in the neighborhood. In fact, he spent much time at this middle school coaching. Police fear that with the victim on the loose, he may cause further harm.
So it's very important that we identify these subjects, especially the male in the striped shirt. We don't know what his intentions are with someone else. If he's that quick to violence, we don't want someone else getting hurt.
Anyone with information is encouraged to call the crime line at 188-LOCK-YOU-UP. February 9th marks Miss Porclay's 100th birthday. Complete strangers come from all around the 7 cities to wish her a happy birthday.
There wasn't any money around.
Happy 100th birthday to the oldest Navy veteran woman, Catherine Barclay. Visitors and local Navy sailor women came giving Miss Barclay candy, cards, flowers, and much more to thank her for her dedicated service in the Navy. A special presentation was given by 2 city council members. After Miss Barclay shared her many memories, she ended her evening honored by the turnout who celebrated with her.